Welcome back, lads, to another trade recap. There are two things you might notice. Firstly, the background has changed. I'm at my girlfriend's house for the week, so the trade recaps will be with the same background. Secondly, um, today is another winning day on the channel. Today was a super easy day to read and to figure out what's going to happen. And yeah, we'll get more into that into the video, but before we get into the trade recap, there are a couple things I want to say. Firstly, I want to thank everyone for all the, you know, like everyone viewing my videos, watching my videos. Like I'm so appreciative for all of that. Um, it's crazy to me. Like ever since I started this, I didn't really have a thought about trying to be big or trying to become someone or any of that. I just did this for like a journal, and I do really enjoy to teach. Like before I started trading so much, like I would play a lot of games and I'd be pretty good at games like Rocket League, grand champion in Rocket League. Although that's not super crazy, but like Fortnite, Unreal in Fortnite, um, Valorant, I was top 10K, Immortal 2. Like all those games, I had fun playing, but I really enjoyed like sitting down with someone and like teaching them and like figuring out how to get them better at things. And the same thing is with trading as well. So like I started this wanting to teach and also wanting to journal for myself. And along the way, I built like such a nice fan base. Like everyone leaving comments, like all of you guys are super awesome. And I can't really express how I feel and how grateful I am for everyone. Like my recent video got like 1,200 views, which is insane to me. Like that is insane. But yeah, enough of the yap. Let's get straight into the recap. All right, lads, getting into the trade recap. What was I looking at for the day? So right away, I do my top-down analysis of the 4-hour chart. So right away, we have this big bearish fair value gap that we are still respecting, right? We have a sweep of the highs inside of the fair value gap. So right away, what I want to see is, can we have displacement after this sweep, right? I want to treat this high as a protected high and finally continue lower, especially on the daily chart. We're stuck in a range, but I just want to see if we can continue lower throughout the day. So that was my 4-hour look at the market. We also have this new week opening gap that has not been tapped, right? There hasn't been a tap at this new week opening gap until the open, which you guys will see. So right away, I wanted to see, okay, where is London and what did Asia do? So on the 1-hour chart, I looked. Right when the week opened up, we have Asia displacement lower. This move didn't accomplish anything though. We didn't take out any liquidity. There's nothing. So I wanted to see what London would do, and London has a little retracement. Will London respect this hourly gap? Is what I was thinking. How bearish could we be in this scenario versus can it become bullish, right? So what I was looking at initially was the liquidity. So I like to mark out what type of highs and lows do we have. So we have this previous day low from Friday that I was looking at. We also have this previous day high that I wanted to see if we were like showing some super bullishness. This is where I would want to see it end. But I would ultimately like this high to be protected. So I didn't want to see it trade up to here if we were bearish. We also had Asia lows right here. So a tool that I like to use to mark out liquidity is this indicator. It doesn't show on the 1-hour, but it'll show on the 15-minute. Before we get there though, I want to mark out what I was looking at. I was looking at this hourly untapped fair value gap. Now, the reason that I drew it like this is because we have, if you look closely, I'm on my MacBook, so sorry if I'm like slow. We have, let's see, a volume imbalance here, so we include that with a gap, and then we also include this. The reason that I don't do like multiple gaps is because ICT said if we have like a small gap mixed with a bigger one, just include it all in one. There's no point into like drawing this one and then drawing this one. There's no point. So just make it one whole big gap. That's what I did. So that's enough for the hourly chart. I wanted to see, how bullish we can be and what type of liquidity is left. So going into the 15-minute chart, you'll see that with this like indicator slash, it just shows me the liquidity. We can see that we have London low here. We also have these swing lows. So I marked this London low, and I wanted to see again what we would do with this. So we have this hourly gap, which I'm going to get rid of because it makes things a little bit crowded. The Asia low, and then we also have the previous day low lower, and then we have the London high. So that is everything that I was looking at pre-market. So if we continue, I wanted to see pre-market, right? This was 9:15, right? So I was on the chart at 9:15. I was looking. I'm like, okay, if we take this London high, I want to see it stop at this new week opening gap, and then we'll try to find an entry lower, right? We have these London lows, the Asia low, and then the previous day low, all lower. All of that works together. So I wanted to see what the open would do. If the open, like we completely left this, I don't know why I have this as London low, it's London high. If the open goes lower and we leave this high, I'm super bullish for the day. I want to see if we can have a rejection of this London low. Maybe we take the Asia low, and then we just continue higher. So let's see exactly what happens. So exactly what happens, what I said I wanted, it happened, right? We have the London high, and then on the 1 minute time frame, we sweep this high immediately, right? If you look, we just kind of chop around for a bit, and we're tapping the new week opening gap. So this London high was a sweep. I wanted to see and look for something that tells us that we're going to flip and we're going to truly like reverse off of this sweep or continue with the higher time frame bias. So on the 5-minute chart, we have this 5-minute fair value gap linked with this 5-minute change in state. So I wanted to see on the 1-minute chart how we would react to that. And right away in the beginning, we were just wicking it. We were wicking back and forth after a sweep. At this moment, what I was looking for was just a complete, like we just continue lower. I wasn't looking bullish anymore. I didn't care if the move was bullish. We already swept these highs and then we consolidated. If we were truly, truly bullish, we would have just ran through this right at open, right? We wouldn't have consolidated. Another thing that I was looking at, which I was about to forget, was the regular trading hours range. So you mark the open of the candle. So we have the opening range gap high. And then we have the open of this candle, which is the opening range low. And then we draw a box in the middle of that. And then we find consequent encroachment of that gap. Now, this was important for the day because if we show that we are just like respecting consequent encroachment of this gap, we hit it, right? We fill consequent encroachment of the opening range gap, and then we show unwillingness to go higher, right? I'm going to get rid of this gap. As well as tapping the new week opening gap, I'm really, really, really looking for the move lower. So if we just continue, you'll see exactly what happens. Boom, right here. So on this candle close, I was watching this candle print. I was already getting ready to enter. The only thing that I did not like about this was um, because of the amount of displacement and speed, um, my break even point already got hit, right? I just like to take swing lows as break evens, but it already got hit on this candle. So I wanted to see and get a better entry. I wanted to see if we can come back and maybe retest this change in state or even retest this 5-minute gap, right? So this is a inversion. We come back up. I'm pretty sure I get my entry at 24935.5. So right around here. That was my entry. My stops was at consequent encroachment of the 5-minute gap. Now, the reason that my stops are here, it lines up with this first presented fair value gap, consequent encroachment, like lays right over top of it. I want to treat this gap as a breakaway gap. If we were truly bearish and we wanted to continue lower, right away, I do not want to see it come back up to this gap. I just want to go right away. So I entered here, my break even got turned into this swing low. So this swing low here was my break even point. So right when you hit that, my stops were at break even and my target was the London low. So let's see what happens. We just continue trading lower. We're wicking. At this point, I'm completely break even. I don't care what happens. And then boom, wicks London low and take profit hit. So it was I think the initial risk to reward ratio was around a 1 to 2.5. Pretty good. Some people ask in the comments, like, do I have a certain risk to reward ratio? I don't. It's whatever is like given to me, right? I need a proper stop and also a proper entry as well. So whatever is given to me, I want to take the right approach. So I don't really have a fixed risk to reward ratio. All I want it to do is be above, like positive. I don't want it below. I don't want a negative risk to reward ratio. But yeah, that all got hit. It was a perfect delivery. If we look at the rest of the day, we can see that we just continue lower and hit previous day low and then, flip a little bit. Like it was perfect delivery. I'm content with what I got. So like I said, this was my entry point on my Tradevate account, 24935.25. So it was around right where around right here. And then I exited a little early for some reason, 24877. So right here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't really care. I'm pretty sure I'm up 1200 on the day. It was a pretty decent day. It happened in like 5 to 7 minutes. Finished the trade and then like I was done for the day. I got off the charts. And yeah. So that's my trade recap for the day. Hopefully you guys understood what I was saying with the opening range gap and why I was so like bearish for the day. Hopefully you guys learned something. On the 1 minute we have like this LRLR, which is insanely nice, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. It was a great day. Yeah. One last thing before we close off the video. Actually, two things. I want to say that, like, again, I'm very appreciative for all the support you guys are giving me. Like, it is insane to me. Like, all the people tuning in and watching and commenting and showing me love and support. Like, that means so much to me. For all the people who are newer here, I do have a Discord channel. It's completely for free. I don't think I'll ever make it paid. I don't really care about, the money from you guys. I'll make my money trading, right? We're just in there. Like, I have a little community in there. We just talk and like to help other people out. If you guys have questions or anything, you guys can feel free to join. Like, we're pretty active. I answer pretty much right away. And yeah, the second thing I want to say though is in the description of this video, I will have links to a friend's channel, Discord, like all of his social media. He is pretty new, so I don't think he has any videos out at the moment, but he is the one who taught me trading. He's been trading for 3 years now, a lot longer than I have. I've been trading for 6 months. He taught me everything I knew. He showed me the ropes. He showed me exactly what to learn. And he's willing to do that for everyone, right? He opened a Discord server that has detailed description of like how to start trading. He posts his reviews, his weekly reviews, all of that. He's a really great guy, and I really hope you guys just give him a chance and check him out. He does it completely for free too, and I hope you guys support him and like you guys have been supporting me. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the day. Hopefully you guys had a good trading day, and yeah, have a good rest of your day.